So, okay. So Wobbles has a parasite, and it's that mound right there, right?
Yeah.
AJ,
Okay then. I'm going to pull out my rifle.
No!
no! Why do we keep doing this? It's like been 17 times where we try and stab the thing. The stabbing the thing is not working. By the way, AJ, Yurick wants to cast protection from evil and good on it.
Okay, what's protection and evil good? That was a word. What's the spell description? Because I may have accidentally just given you guys the thing that can be removed in a couple of seconds.
And yet we appear to not be able to
Until
remove
the
it in a couple of
spell
seconds.
ends, 1 million creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures. Aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Beans.
This sounds
Doesn't
like
seem to have an effect.
Okay. I have an idea. I'm going to shoot my rifle several times into the air, and I'm going to lay the hot barrel on that mound.
Okay,
I could have
another
just
d20 for every shot, because your
Can I
rifle
try
can
and
still
please
jam.
pull Aldo away from shooting my husband in the head?
No, I'm shooting up into the air, and then I'm laying the hot barrel on on the mound.
May I make a suggestion? May I make a suggestion?
Don't
Yes,
do that!
You know my fancy new arrow I just retrieved from my now dead mother?
No jams!
Yeah.
Yes,
Hot-
I do know that arrow, Carrick.
Hot new, hot arrow, warm, perhaps easier and less wasteful.
Hey, I got
Sorry?
infinite ammunition.
Nevertheless,
It's like I have
that.
the solution. I know like a very simple way out of this, but I just don't want to say it when I'm passed out. And two, this is hilarious watching you people attempt to figure it out.
I don't understand.
Yes.
Okay, so I am now laying the hot barrel on the mound.
Okay,
The mound is gonna move. You're just gonna burn
How
him.
much damage?
yeah,
the mound moves as you do this.
1d4 damage.
However, one thing you did learn from this little endeavor, as Wobbles takes 6 points of fire damage, is that the mound moves away a lot faster from fire,
Oh, so it doesn't.
but it still moves
Go
away.
bigger.
This time it gets near between the eye and the nose, and you can see it stretching out,
Okay,
and
really
you can
quick.
see a bit of the skin under the eye as well.
Really quick, can I quickly use divine sense to see if, just in case, this thing is like a fiend or undead?
It's not.
Well, if it was,
Sure.
then protection
Use
was only good.
divine sense. It is not fiend or undead.
I have an
just wanna-
idea. Guys, I have an idea.
Hey,
We need to get Wobbles close to the fire so that we can chase it out.
Get him really warm. How do we make him really warm?
A freaking second. Let me try something. All right, I'm gonna cast ice knife, but I'm just gonna get the knife. I'm not gonna throw it or anything. I'm just gonna touch the cold knife to the mound.
Touch, not stab, by the way, AJ.
Okay. Touching the cold knife without throwing it, and then dispelling it and losing the spell. You touch it and Jesus, that was dramatic. Doesn't seem to have much of an effect, negative or positive. Can't seem to draw it any closer with the cold, but it also doesn't seem to actively be trying to move away.
Okay, someone,
So-
can we just put him near the fire?
Exactly. Let's do that. I'm going to start dragging him near the fire, and
Yes,
I'm
you
going
can,
to
Clearly.
Drag him to the fire.
yes, dragging him to the fire, and I'm going to start building up the fire, getting it warmer, hotter, trying to make it so that it's very appealing to get out of the body and go somewhere
Yeah.
else.
You get
I'm
like
also
sauna
gonna-
temperatures and not damage temperatures. though.
I'm also gonna focus my thoughts on the energy of the Sunforge, since part of it is actually in my hand, if you remember that, AJ.
Yes.
And try and touch where the mound is, since that makes my hand warm. Maybe it won't like my warm hand. I
This
could be
has
using my
become
staff.
everyone
for
playing
some
doctor.
reason. Yes.
Alright.
So, with the heating Wobbles up in general, and Bora trying to help as well. Wobbles, you take another 12 points of necrotic damage as you all hear a cracking, and then the thing just seems to sort of drain and disappear deeper into Wobbles' head.
Oh,
It's in his brain!
Let me guess. Can I make a guess here and guess that you tried to stab it again?
No!
No!
We tried to heat up Wobbles so that it would leave him.
And it
Right.
didn't work.
Well, he's gone. I'm going to rack the lever on my rifle. I'm going to put it.
No, take the crazy old lady away from my husband.
Okay,
Yes. Bjorn,
Alda,
take
Alda,
control of your wife, please.
Alda,
She's
Alda.
gone insane.
Eric, shut up, Alda.
What?
If you keep acting crazy, I don't know if this relationship is gonna work.
Oh shit! Oh shit, divorce!
If you keep acting, yes. Oh hey, but think about it this way. I'll get business finally.
Problem.
Look.
And now people are just putting me next to fire and panicking.
Look,
Think about it this way. I'll have
the
business.
thing
if
is
it
farther
does happen
into
to you.
his head. It's probably in his brain right now.
Okay,
and
wait,
as
hang
far as
on,
we
hang
know,
on.
Wobbles
Hang on.
is
Hey, hold
dead.
on. Alda,
Okay, wait,
Alda,
hang on.
everybody,
There's
Alda.
a simple solution. There must be a simple solution. Okay, let's
Yes.
think.
I would like
Alda.
to ask for now, and please come out of Wobbles.
Hang on,
I'm
Alda,
open to suggestions.
Alda, you can't go around people in the head.
Okay, so my first thought is that the simple solution is to kill Wobbles, but we're not gonna do that.
I think a simple solution is to ask nicely.
Actually, wait a minute. Can we just kill Wobbles, wait for it to come out, and then revive Wobbles?
We lost.
Okay, fine.
That's
But
worst
if that doesn't fail, you're going in.
Like, if this
We haven't
doesn't fail,
gotten
then that's going to happen anyway. If we're
Yeah.
not going
That's
well,
the only plan I have. Does anyone
I
have
would
a
like
better
to-
plan?
I would like to ask nicely.
Okay, wait. I want to actually try to understand this. So I'm going to ask everybody what they've seen, how this thing has been interacting since before I've got here.
Well,
So I'm going
it
to
hasn't
ask
taken
that.
control of him, so at this time, there's no reason to kill him.
And I would like to try and do a knowledge arcana check on this thing as people are telling me what this thing looks like and what it's been doing.
And
How
not
did you-
kill.
It
Wobbles.
has
How
a
did you
face.
go from crazy I'm going to shoot up everybody to let me analyze the situation and see what's happening?
That's called roleplay, Bjorn.
No, that's called
It's
women.
funny. It gave
What,
me a
no,
laugh.
what
Okay,
that's called
well,
is extreme
You
mental
don't want me to
instability.
shoot him, but as far as we
Oh,
know,
it's like
Wobbles
Jose.
is dead. Since
No,
you
he's
don't
not.
want me to shoot, what other choice do I have? I'm going to try and figure out what this dang thing
Anybody
is
who
and
wants
figure out
can
what
make a
else we're gonna
single
do.
medicine check.
I will make a medicine
Here's
check.
my thinking,
Okay.
Alda. If he's
Well,
already dead,
Alda,
why are you just gonna kill him
okay.
again?
If he's already dead, I'm not killing him the second time. I'm just putting a
Hey,
bullet in his
hey,
head to get
AJ.
rid of that thing.
AJ, I rolled a natural
Right.
19 for medicine with my +2 to that. That's a
Okay.
21 for my medicine check.
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
you got a
you
21
rolled
to
a
realize
19.
Wobbles is
Quite
still
unlikely
breathing.
you're-
No, you rolled a 19.
Yes.
You rolled a 19. Okay, that is the total. You rolled a 17 natural plus
No,
the
no,
No, that's-
I
that's
rolled
Patho.
a nat 19, and with a which is
Patho and Bora
total of
both
21.
rolled Alda.
Okay. I'm doing a knowledge arcana check on this
yes.
thing.
So your Arcana check.
Wow. I rolled a 5. I rolled a
You will-
But you
freaking
still have a
5.
very high intelligence.
wow.
So
No, you rolled 16.
Alda,
You know what? Maybe I can also roll a check. Maybe I know something randomly.
Alda, remember that book you picked up?
Which
I'm
book?
the cleric.
Around the same time that Carrick lost his hand.
The orc thing?
I. Before the god fight with the thing concerning creatures that I couldn't read.
Yes, it is in Infernal, so you cannot read it. But
Does anybody know comprehend languages?
I
only
Your
speak
husband
primordial.
might.
Does anyone speak Infernal or know the spell comprehend languages?
I speak Draconic.
that doesn't help us here, Carrot.
Well,
Carrot?
I speak Dwarvish.
In
just
other words,
putting it
nobody.
out there.
Okay, so anybody know comprehend languages? I'm guessing that's a no?
I know tongues, which is a better comprehend languages.
Okay, great.
There you go.
I'm going to find a spot that looks like a creature that from what everybody described, and I'm going to hand it over to Elise, and I'm going to go, can you read this, please?
As a
That's
matter
third
of
level
fact.
spell slot. Okay, I'll cast tongues on myself.
Okay, so that allows you to read other languages.
Oh, how fun, Shay.
No, I'm casting tongues.
Yes. What's the spell description of tongue?
Bees.
Wait. Okay, I'm casting tongues on myself, so I get to know.
Yep.
I get to speak.
Understand any spoken language you hear.
Yeah.
Moreover,
Oh,
when you
is it?
speak, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what you say.
Frick, so it's only spoken. Frick.
Oh,
It is only
wait,
spoken.
I meant
We'll read the script for Infernal.
What if
We want
someone?
to read it, dang it! Okay,
Okay,
fine.
go.
Can I take a look at the book and roll some kind of intelligence check to see if I can't glean something from it?
I'm sorry, I think you're
Yes.
already dumb enough.
Hey, Jay.
Your free trial of being smart has expired.
Boy, I am
Hey,
smart.
Hey,
Yes,
Jay,
you
can I-
were,
Yeah,
but as I
hilarious.
stated, your free trial is now up.
Ooh.
Okay, shit.
Can I
You
try
now
and
have to pay.
persuade
You now
the
have to
thing?
pay taxes.
Now that I have tongues, can I try and persuade it? Please stop hurting Wobbles.
I mean, sure. What
Please
language do
stop
you use to
hurting
try and
my
persuade it?
friend.
Well, it says
Please
any,
stop
any
hurting
creature
my
that
friend.
understands one language can understand it.
Make a persuasion check?
Which language are you using to try and persuade it?
It doesn't matter. Anything, it can
Yeah.
understand anything as long as you understand one language.
As long as it knows one language,
Okay.
it should be able to understand me.
So as long as it knows
Then what do you
a
say?
language.
What do you say?
Hello there.
Really?
That is actually a great start. I approve.
Yeah. Could be better.
Please come out of stinky Wobbles. We have better options. We have something more we can
Yeah,
offer you.
let's put the no,
Come
that
out
sounds
of
like a good
stinky
plan.
Allow
Yes,
me
I
to
agree. That's a good
introduce
idea.
you to the 2019
I
model.
really like how
Carrot.
there was
That's a
no
discussion.
urgency in that
I'm
at all.
proceeding. I'm not.
Wobbles'
actually-
mouth opens. Says, "No."
I'm not
Oh.
actually trying.
Ask it
to
why it's
make
here.
it like
Ask it-
Okay,
someone.
ask it-
I'm racking my rifle. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm
Okay,
not
yeah,
gonna do that.
if I
I'm
can
trying to
read
read the
it-
book. I am trying to read the book. That's
Wait,
what I'm
how
trying to
about
do.
we
I'm
just
trying to read
ask?
the book.
Can we just ask if you can understand us? Then can you tell us what you are and what you're doing in our friend?
That's
Okay,
literally what I
fine,
just
I'll try
suggested.
that.
If it's a good reason, we'll let you stay.
Great idea, Bora.
Yeah, Parasite joins the party.
Almost like that's exactly what I just suggested.
Good idea, Bora. I think you have the greatest ideas.
I'm having the time of my life, feasting on your comrade's flesh.
This doesn't sound very good.
Wait, can you tell us what you are so we can better understand where you're coming from?
Also, there's
Can
a
you
nice
tell us
fresh
what
body
you
just
are
down
so
the
that we
way.
can
Make
better
a
understand where you're coming
persuasion
from?
check, Bora.
Wait,
Not
Well-
20!
Yeah.
wait. It speaks common.
No, it's speaking in tongue. Actually, it does speak common. So tongues was kind of pointless.
What doesn't?
It
Okay.
seems to have accessed language through Wobbles, though, which is kind of intimidating. But with
It's
an
a
nat
little-
20,
It's kind
It
A
does,
little creepy.
I'm gonna. Okay.
I am what your kind knows as an oblate.
That sounds familiar.
I
But,
want
like,
to
how do I
make an Arcana check on that.
Yep.
You're
I've
oobleck.
seen Oblak before. Oblex, it feels like sounds familiar.
Extremely intelligent oozes created by mind flare. Oh, fucking mind flares again.
24!
Extremely
I just went
intelligent
internet.
oozes created by illithid.
that fed on
These
other creatures'
are-
memories. They were capable of using those memories to create replicas of their victims, which they used to further hunt and feed.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
And combined with looking at your book, these are not exactly oozes. They are these scorpion-looking kind of face pugger thing
Okay,
with
but
this
AJ,
big sack on their back.
it says
the
that
ends.
oblexes are attracted to sharp minds. So like, what the heck? What is this betrayal of the lore?
Are you telling me Wobbles is smart?
Bold of you to assume I read my monster lore.
I'm gonna look at the thing and I'm just gonna look into
No,
its
what I
ooze
do
and
is I
say,
make up my own on the fly.
Hey,
Bold of you to assume I
we
read.
have way smarter party members here. I know that you prefer the big brains, and I gotta say, Wobbles is
Okay.
probably the dumbest of us all. So maybe move on there.
Yeah.
Try
Stop
Boris.
harping on me.
I agree.
Remember when Wobbles was kidnapped?
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a question here real quick. With my 24, do I know how to remove it? Do I have any idea how to remove it? What weaknesses it might have?
You don't recall, but you know almost for certain that there are people trained in this sort of removal. Some regular doctors that happen to be trained in more arcane means, others designed specifically for it. But
We're
they're
too
not
far off.
too difficult to come across. About as difficult to come across as a spook or a witcher, even though that's not in this campaign.
The Witcher 3
We're too far away from any known civilization right now to really get help.
You're about 2 days travel from Brennethheim.
Shit. Okay.
I don't think we
guess
have that
we're-
long.
No,
Hey,
I don't either.
excuse me, Mr.
Yes.
Mr. Ublex. If we kill your host, will you leave us alone?
No, I will kill you.
Not if we kill you first.
Just
Okay,
saying.
guys,
At
we're
least
killing
he's
Wobbles
upfront
and
about
reviving.
Okay. Hold on.
No, I kill you
I wa-
first.
I want to come
understand,
up
I
with
respect
a
that.
new way to remove this. I mean, sure, shooting Wobbles in the head a couple of dozen times really does sound appealing,
Oh my god,
That's
this is
not
hilarious.
concerning at all.
but I think we can come up with some better options here.
Alda, here's my call card. Come see me in my office sometime.
Uh,
Very soon.
Anybody can make a medicine check again.
Olda, I think you might want to go see a counselor.
Okay, I'm gonna roll an investigation check on this thing.
Yes.
Gotta go all detective on this.
Gotta go on
28
CSI on
Investigation. Sure.
28
Uh,
investigation.
It has been, I believe, about 4 days since Wobbles was kidnapped. So like 5 days since your wedding, which means that this creature has gotten Wobbles to about half of his usefulness in that long. So you have another 4 or 5 days before he's completely dead or completely possessed.
4 to 5
Okay,
days or 4 to 5
so I'm going to tell the party that we have about another 4 days. So let's start moving him to get help while we try and come up with a way to remove him ourselves, just in case we run out of time.
Alright, let's go to Brennheim.
Can I turn Wobbles, can I polymorph Wobbles into a rabbit?
You
Why?
can. I believe he's conscious though, which might have some weird thing with polymorph.
Why do you want to polymorph Wobbles into a rabbit?
Well, it's not like I'm polymorphing him, not the parasite. The parasite's gonna be much bigger than a rabbit.
Huh. Wait, here's an idea. We already know that this thing hates fire, so what if we turn him into a rabbit, put him next to a fire, and then it's a whole lot easier to get him out?
You do realize you'd probably just burrow deeper again, right?
Yeah.
But Wobbles will be a rabbit. He'll be
I'll turn him into a rat,
small.
actually, just so
Yes, your point. He'd still be dead. The only benefit out of it is we'd get nice roast rabbit.
No.
Can I ask? I'm gonna ask the
When
Obelisk
somebody in
what's
polymorph dies in their polymorph form, the polymorph is over and they go back to their original form with
So
however
turn him
many...
into a rabbit, burn the rabbit, and
exactly.
then save
You
one.
can certainly try.
Doesn't the damage still remain?
Problem is, when we put him into a fire and he turns back, he's still in a fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the fire will be a lot smaller in comparison to his body.
I think we just like first thing first turn him into a rat, and then we see what that does to the tumor thing.
Turn him
Okay.
into a rat. See what happens.
Wobbles into a rat, and you still haven't seen the parasite since it has burrowed deeper into his head, but you now have a rat that is unconscious.
Wow, this is a really small parasite.
Okay.
This is really this is really working well.
Wait. Would this slow down the parasite?
Perhaps smaller brain, but also weaker body.
Oh, how big is the parasite?
Can't tell. It seems
Use
like
your
it
brain.
should be
Really
bigger than the
small.
rabbit's head, but
It's a rat, not a rabbit.
rabbit, sorry. It seems like it should be bigger than the rat's head, but you don't see any bulges in this thing.
Can I roll a check to see if I understand
well,
what's
that
going
was
on
one of my
with
possible
the thing
solutions
and the polymorph?
I was
Sure,
hoping
make
that
an
polymorph, if you
Arcana
polymorph into
check.
something tiny, then it would just be so big that you could just take it out.
Yeah, that's
21.
what I was hoping too.
All right, I'm gonna chop the head off the rat.
You know
I
how
got 2 more.
the same way wild shape or polymorph shifts the person's gear into their polymorph form?
Oh, it shifted the parasite.
It seems to have shifted the parasite to a smaller form.
We can still
Huh.
kill the rabbit though.
Yeah, let's
I
murder
don't think that's
Nothing.
going to solve the problem, because as soon as we behead the rat, it's going to turn back into Wobbles and the parasite's still going to be there.
Worth a try though.
But then we would have wasted polymorph.
I mean, you've already wasted polymorph by casting it.
Yeah.
Now you can either wait an hour or kill the rat.
Okay,
Killing the rat.
let's use this... Wait. Let's use most of this hour to get closer to town.
Yes.
Too late. Killing the rat.
No.
You all begin to travel. Can I get a marching
Clearly,
order, I guess?
Understand that we're trying to save
Sure.
Wobbles, not kill him.
All right, I'm gonna go first, and I'm going to be sullenly carrying Wobbles.
For the first hour, Bjorn is like sadly staring at his hand with an unconscious rat in it.
I'm next to
Okay,
Bjorn,
calm
close to
emotions
Wobbles.
on
Oh, is this
the
big conflict of
creature
this
from Elise. Hold on, let me look at calm emotions.
Wait, he's inside a rat now. The parasite's inside a rat, and the rat
Yes.
doesn't know English.
Yes.
Parasite still does.
You mean
Oh.
common?
Common.
Candy.
Calm emotion.
Yeah, but common is English in this campaign. So.
Yes.
Wow, this is really useful. Yeah, that's an article, alright. Let's look at a different one, because that didn't tell me the spell.
And Elvish is also English in this campaign. Basically, all the languages are English in this campaign.
Technically, yeah.
You know, that is a
Because
good
I'm not
point,
gonna
yeah.
learn an entirely different language just to speak to you in it.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Um,
Let's make Elvish Spanish from now on.
Attempts to suppress strong emotions in a group of people. Each humanoid in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a
humanoid.
point you choose
Alright.
within range must make a charisma save. Creature can choose to fail this save if it wishes. If it fails, choose one of the following effects. You can suppress any effect causing a target to be charmed or frightened. Alternatively, you can make the target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile toward. So, calm emotions is
okay.
used, and then everyone calms down.
Yeah. Everybody's calm
Except the
down.
parasite, because the parasite
Yeah,
isn't
you
humanoid.
begin to travel.
Nobody panic.
For the first hour, Bjorn, almost like a teenager staring at his phone, is just trudging along, staring at this unconscious rat in his hand.
Bjorn
But
I'm
plays
gonna
then
pat Bjorn.
after the first
I'm gonna
hour-
comfortably pat
Wait,
Bjorn.
After the first hour,
And beside me,
turns back
Pathos
into
just
Wobbles, and Carrick is now carrying the gnome in
No,
his
no, no,
hand.
no. No,
No,
sorry,
no,
you
no,
wanted to
no, no,
behead the
it's
rat.
not
You wanted to
random.
behead the rat. Let's behead the rat like right before
No.
the hour ends.
Okay, we'll do that, but first, as I'm walking along, Peitho's just there with a violin playing sad music.
Yeah. Okay, so at the very end, you behead the rat. I guess which weapon are you using? And also
I'm
roll
using my
damage.
dagger.
Okay.
Wait, why are we beheading the rat?
See if it
Who
works.
knows?
This
I
is
don't know, man, I
not
just
what I
feel like it.
expected when I signed up to D&D. The entire party
I
beheading a
know,
rat.
right? I did not expecting
Oh, that
this
reminds me.
today.
AJ at NYLT, when Alex went, they taped a
Yeah,
knife.
they beheaded a
to
rat.
They taped
Wait,
a
wait,
knife
wait,
to
wait,
a.
wait.
No, they didn't. They taped a knife to a broomstick and tried to stab a rat.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, I have a better idea. Instead of beheading, you know, a rat's head isn't all that big, so I'm just actually going to shoot the head.
Okay.
Blow
Hey,
it
no,
up.
I'm gonna,
again.
wait, no, hold on. I'm gonna toss it up like a.
Imagine if we just end up doing Wobbles.
Imagine if we actually tried to save Wobbles instead of just killing him.
No. Don't toss it up. Just set it on the ground so I can actually get a nice, clean, clear shot.
Bull! Bang!
Do I roleplay when dead?
Okay, so just roll damage, Alda.
Okay. I'm just going to roll the whole thing of damage because I also
Yeah.
get sneak attack.
Or you
Yeah,
could
'cause it's
not
unconscious.
do that. Don't do that.
Yes, do that.
It's okay, Peitho. Wobbles is in rat form.
11 points of damage.
Any extra damage carries
Okay.
over to his human
So
form.
1 damage
Oh,
towards
no!
the rat, and then 10 damage towards Wobbles when he appears afterwards.
Ah,
So the rat
shoot!
just explodes in a shower of blood and the muck from right below it. And then Wobbles is there with a pretty sizable, like, gunshot wound in his shoulder.
I'm just real quick gonna jump over and heal Wobbles with lay on hands to make sure he's dead.
Fucking with me.
Me?
So far, your guys' strategy for healing Wobbles has been shooting him and also
Yeah.
stabbing him.
I'm loving the complete idiocy of the party here.
No.
Well, I've tried to be
As-
smart, so
I
let's,
tried
As
to
you
pop
guys-
it like a
let's
bit,
continue
that
getting this
didn't-
guy
Alda,
to,
hold
to
on,
town.
Alda. Remind me how
Maybe
trying to be smart is
getting rid
killing
of
the person we're
parasite to
trying to
shoot the
save.
person to
You
host.
can either
Look,
choose.
look, I
this.
had better ideas, okay?
You can either choose to travel all night and be exhausted the next morning, but be in town by the next morning. For it is going to be about 20 hours total of travel. Or you can choose to have a long rest in between, get all of your stuff back, and then come in around 5 p.m. to the town.
Sorry, no,
The
I'd
next
rather be in town by morning.
Can I just
So,
have like, or I
the
can
damage
turn
from
into
your
a
fight,
giant eagle
plus
and just
exhaustion.
carry him?
In terms of getting Wobbles back safely, that is a viable option if you'd like.
Guys, sorry, we get one
I'd say
thing
this is
of
this is
exhaustion.
probably a party vote thing.
Sorry.
I can turn
you're saying
into
that
a
we
giant
get one...
eagle and just carry him back.
That should
I'd
be
say
still haven't
with
exhausting.
told me
choosing to
how much
travel all
HP
night
you
instead
gave
of
me.
resting, you would all gain a point of exhaustion as well as not gaining back the stuff from a long rest.
But we can take a long rest as soon as we reach town.
Let's just take a rest overnight and then get to town.
Yeah.
Peso,
Why
you
don't I
said that
just-
you could polymorph
give me
into
more,
a giant eagle?
Yeah, and just fly him.
How
So?
many people could you carry?
AJ? It's a large beast.
A large beast. Seeing in terms of a horse being a large beast, you could carry 1, maybe 2.
I'm going with
And
Wobbles.
Wobbles is small, so probably the second person, yeah.
I'm going with Wobbles.
Okay, so, yeah,
How
I
much
agree.
HP did you get?
Peso, take Wobbles and Bjorn, get to town, we'll catch up tomorrow evening.
And I'll try and keep the rest of the party from going completely insane and
You-
Don't worry.
remains of their.
So you're
Brain.
splitting the party.
Yes, you do that. I'm going to
All right.
give Bjorn a farewell kiss before he takes off with Peso and Wobbles.
And I'm going to whisper in your ear. Try not to shoot anyone.
I will do my best to contain my inner rage. I joke.
Can I just do
I
a
joke.
ha,
I
a
just
very
joke.
large laugh?
So
Contain your
That's-
schizophrenia, please.
And now
the eagle
Captain Hansen
takes
played
off into the
with
distance
people.
with Bjorn and Wobbles on its back. And the other four of you continue to travel along. You'll take your long rest at some point today, but about dusk, you are passing the clearing that you were in before, the five-way thing. Or actually, sorry, Mercelin and the Jarl are with you as well. So you're back into the clearing that you talked about earlier. The snow is still deep. It's getting deeper, but nothing's changed much. And as you continue on, roughly between the clearing and Armor Bluff, which you can probably rest in as your halfway point, you come across a tent. Purple cloth draped over a couple of sticks in the mud.
Oh no, it's gonna be a healer.
Probably.
A woman sits surrounded by herbs and weird jars, with a deck of cards in her hands, playing some sort of solo game.
Huh.
You assume she's a woman, as she is wrapped head to toe in mucky gray and sometimes pristine and new bandages. Some of you recognize her, some of you do not.
Oh.
But
Is it Raindrop or whatever her name was?
this is the woman that you met in Kobanilba who told you your fortune.
And now she back.
It's the creepy lady.
I don't remember
The seven
her.
have returned,
I don't remember her.
but I see only six.
Sorry, what happened? We got to what?
Finally chosen a name for yourself, I see.
Yeah, it would seem so.
Yes.
Not really in
Sorry,
character, but out of character they did.
Sorry, out of character. What did I meet her before? I don't think I did.
I don't believe you did. I believe
This is
you met
before
the
my
party
time.
in the heart of Kobanilba, whereas this was in the outskirts.
So she is before my time.
Yes, she is before your time.
Okay.
She's the lady who saw Carrot's
Few
bow.
new faces.
Oh, her. Hey, lady. Just quick question for you.
Yes.
Is that fancy bow still in my future?
Already is.
It what?
Hardy is.
I think she means that you already got your fancy bow.
Well, this means one of two things. Either my mother's bow is actually very special, which I'm sure is probably the case, or the less likely option, she misread that it was a bow and it was actually my giant fancy Hulk mash lug.
We'll see.
Thorns and brambles wrapped around a fallen oak.
Yeah, okay.
Not
it's my mother's bow.
powerful in its own right, but
Can I pull-
capable of committing much damage.
Can I just pull
That's
out my
a lot of
mother's
damage.
bow and be like, "Oh, you mean this?"
That's precisely what I have seen, yes.
Cool.
She's just pulled the I already knew that boy.
Anyway, back to business.
Would you happen to know how to remove Ooblex?
Or know someone who does.
Nay.
Medical knowledge is far from a woman like me. What?
Well, apparently you'd know that he'd get his bow, so...
I can tell you. Oh.
Me going into a deep thinking face, just trying to puzzle out whether I really want to know my fortune or not.
Can I know Alda's fortune for her?
What if the fortune teller tells you about your baby?
It shall be stillborn.
I just kind of looked over at Bora and then back over to the fortune teller and back over at Bora. I'm gonna take a deep breath and slowly let it out. I'm gonna turn back over to the fortune teller. I'm just gonna sit down in front of her, kind of cross-legged. I'm gonna go, okay,
Bring it, bitch.
let's do this.
She reaches a hand.
How
tried
dare
to
you
hear
call
it.
me a kind, sweet old lady who is doing you a favor by reading your fortune? I bet, you bitch.
Oh, she didn't hear that.
How dare you call me a bitch, you bitch.
I find my hand incredibly light.
I can see my house from here.
Sorry, sorry. Just real quick. She's reaching out so that I can give her my hand.
Almost as if in a gimme gesture.
I'm going to. Okay, so like she wants coin.
Just give.
Well, I have my third eye open. You do not even have both of yours.
I'm gonna give her my hand because I'm not sure what to do.
Did she ask for it? I don't think so.
Coin for your fortune.
How much?
Gotta make a
Cough it up, cough it up, Alden.
How much? That's the question. How much? You know what? Screw it. I'm giving her 2 platinum.
Dang.
A
She'll read
favor
all
Wow.
our fortune for that.
Million trust.
future.
Fuck did she say? I missed that.
A favorable fortune may be your future.
She made your
Wow.
future favorable just because you gave her that money. She is God.
Okay. Favorable fortune.
Yep, pulling it up 1 second.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yes. Here we are. She lays out 10 cards in total in a weird sort of pattern. I just realized I can't fucking read tarot cards. So, hold on.
Make up some
Let me
bullshit.
learn how to read tarot cards first.
In the meantime,
Uh,
everyone, go about your lives, do things. We'll come back
So-
to this in a year and see if he's figured it out yet.
Of all of these cards, only one is the most important. She flips over the one at the far left side.
Death.
Oh,
Her far left or my far left?
her far left.
So
So,
my far
ignoring
right.
the other one, she essentially says,
Tis in your
hold on.
future,
Uh,
but whether for you or someone else, I cannot
she has
tell.
pulled 2 cards total. The first card she pulled as an accident, because I'm an idiot, is a upside down crown. King of Wands. You are an honest woman. That's
That's
correct.
actually very accurate.
But you are just and impartial, and both of your parents are still alive, but one is damaged. I can tell.
Yeah.
Now, for your future, you're still. You have drawn the moon. Means it in danger, but you may experience an incredibly painful, but deadly child. And you'll find it more than you expected to bear.
What?
2
What?
grow inside of you right now,
2?
but 1 will kill the other.
What?
What?
Whoa, this is some,
What?
like Greek tragedies type stuff. Very nice.
I
My
like
Remus
God.
and Romulus. Oh boy.
Oh, well, you
Romulans
actually
and
know your Greek.
Klingons.
That's
She
Roman.
puts her hand and all of the other
Fuck.
cards back into the deck.
So that means either
Misfortune does
one
not
of
smile upon you, Alta.
she knows your name. She knows your name. That's not good.
She's a friggin' fortune teller. What'd you expect?
So either you're gonna give birth to one child that ate the other in the womb, you're gonna give birth to one alive, one still, or you're gonna give birth to two and then they'll grow up and murder each other, or there'll be an accident as kids. I don't know. There's several.
Or I could murder one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know, there's that too.
Final boss.
No,
You
she
know,
said
these
that
are
one.
also my children.
Shush. She said one would kill the other. I'm going to go. I'm going to look back over at the fortune teller. I'm going to go. How can I prevent? How can I prevent their deaths?
It's your future. By preventing it, you only make it even more sure that it will happen.
Yeah.
Prophecy cannot be prevented, as you should know already. But here's how it will look. Theft, perhaps abandonment for one, and arrogance and contempt for the other.
What?
One will be left behind. The other will achieve great. And then
Yeah.
one will die.
I just
Yeah.
want to know which one's
Reminds me
more
of the
racist.
Man in the Iron Mask. Oh boy.
Oh, I love that movie.
No, I don't want this. I don't want it.
Now,
Well,
Talon
unfortunately,
Snow,
you have
if you
no
wish
choice.
to continue in your endeavors, you will live out your promise. But careful what you wish for. In the second chapter, second verse, come to a conclusion very soon. See. Anyways,
I'm gonna stand up and I'm just gonna go. Okay, let's go. And
as
I seem
you are
very
leaving.
broody and kind of grim as we walk along and then go to our little place to rest. And I'm still mulling over that one of mine will be abandoned and that one will kill the other. I'm just like, no, I don't want this.
Clearly, you're a terrible
As you
mother.
walk away, continuing on to Armor Bluff, she shouts out behind you, and you turn a corner as she's saying this, but the wind carries her words. Those close will fall. Those far will turn away. The land will be soured. Forges will turn cold. A true king will rise. An old man will fall. A maiden will cry, and a war will be won.
That didn't rhyme.
Not all prophecies
Those
do.
words have been haunting me since I started this bloody thing. The Jarl says.
Sorry, I'm gonna take a closer look at the Jarl. Is he an old man?
Relatively. Pushing
Yeah,
50,
that was
60.
that was where my brain went to.
I'm gonna pat Jarl a little bit, kind of trying to be a little comforting, but still wrapped in my own thoughts, wondering what that is, and also wondering about my children!
Fallon, do you have children in real life too? Is that why you're getting very worked up about this?
No, I don't have children in real life, although I do have a baby sister.
This prophecy that she just said, that's why I had sent, well, they're not here anymore. I sent Patho and Bjorn, as well as about 40,000 more men into the north of Tagara to look for what would cause this war to be lost or won. prophecy has been haunting me since about a year ago.
Wow.
And that same woman who told me, I wouldn't pretend her words are true, but so far, half of the prophecy has come true, and the other half
Still
I have
yet
yet
Yeah.
to see it.
Yeah, all this cried enough times already that I think we can guarantee that a maiden has cried.
Sorry.
So what I'm gathering from this is the Jarl knows the prophecy that was given to all those kiddos.
That's not what I'm getting from this.
No, he just
Anyway.
gave the last part that was
different
cried.
prophecy. My
As-
kiddo's prophecy is a different prophecy.
Ah.
As in-
As
So,
Patho,
I'm gonna take
Bjorn,
this
and
in two
Wobbles.
different ways. I'm going to take this in two different ways. Either the Jarl has already fallen, being overthrown, or he will fall, technically, for a second time, in battle.
Or the necromancer's old.
He's fallen so many times in battle. Like, come on, dude.
Only
No,
twice.
He's
Does
getting
anyone
old.
even like the Jarl?
What do you
I
mean?
mean,
Jarl's
he-
impressive.
He gives me free beer, so
And he seems
That
well
is
enough.
the extent of your usefulness.
I like the Jarl more than the other NPCs at least. So
He seems
Yeah.
nice enough. Okay, so yeah,
I mean,
I'm still brooding over the prophecy, and I'm, laying down to sleep,
Yep.
and I'm just worried about my future children.
As you all rest in Armor Bluff, seeing, by the way, that the mercenaries that you saw before have now left. So you're essentially resting in an abandoned. Now, as Patho, Bjorn, and Wobbles fly into Brennidheim, you see tents have risen up all outside the city. Many of them in the same sort of fashion as the Egoshians would probably pitch. But also, there's quite a few more recent ones. Bearskin tents and furs, harps even. And you see, you can count about, with the tents, there's about 10,000, or there's room for 10,000 troops in the tents. But you can tell that there's also more troops stored inside the city. As you fly in low, you reach the city, and a couple of the ballista and the towers around have been turned towards you as you reach the city streets.
uh-oh.
What do you do?
Take cover behind the nearest building.
hey
Yeah.
Bjorn, they probably know you. Can you just shout at them?
Mainly the ballista are pointing from the direction of the orange district.
Of course.
No, let's just
they are.
avoid the orange district, please.
Yeah, let's just.
Sorry, not orange district. Orange and green.
Okay, then blue district it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wait. Oh no, I forgot. I'm using the old map. That sucks.
Fun fact: there actually are no ballistas in existence still.
Shut up.
So
There's
what
guns in
will
existence.
turn
There has to be ballista.
No. I
so
mean, they're all just
You
stripped
land
from
in the
battle.
blue district, and because I destroyed my map without actually no, I think I took pictures of it. I hope I took pictures. I might have even pinned it.
Surprised they
No.
had no desire to
Why you
shoot us
been?
down.
Okay, let's see if I can find it in my camera roll.
Like you at least took a
Found it.
picture of it, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I
So
remember.
yeah, you land in the blue district. You have the arena, the tower, a lot of larger mansions, the Stroom's aura, and perhaps even what's his name's Nixon Knackers or whatever it was.
Barney's bits and bobs.
Barney's Bits and Bobs, right? You
Yeah.
have a plentitude of options ahead of you. Okay, bye, Eric.
So-
But
Possibly see you later.
I need. Okay. I want to see a like. Is there any kind of like hospital or doctor?
Yes, actually. There seems to be a large and official hospital in this district.
That sounds like the place to go then.
Okay. So, Patho and Bjorn carry Wobbles in, and immediately you're greeted by a very exhausted looking receptionist, as even days later there are still like maybe 25 soldiers that look to be wounded in a more serious light. Almost all of them have been stitched up, but these look to be the ones that have had their wounds reopened. And as you get in, you kind of push your way to the front. Hi, can I help you?
Our friend has been possessed by an Oblex.
Hi, we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
All right.
We're under
He looks
arrest.
in more serious condition than the others. So, here. If there's any doctors on standby, I'll get them to you. It is a magic district, so she pulls out this blue sort of quill and writes essentially in thin air, and eventually a white-clad man in fairly padded clothes and a white overcoat with these round spectacles comes up. Hi, how can I help you?
Do you know how to deal with Oblexes?
Been a while since I've dealt with one of these.
Yeah,
Come.
that's what happened.
We do not have much
That
time.
does
How
suggest
long has
that
he
you
been
do know.
infected?
I believe around like what was it, like 5
4
days?
days.
4 days.
Ish.
Oof.
I thought it's only
I am
been
Dr.
ish.
Frostborn, by the way.
Hi, Mr. Frostborn. Dr.
Hi,
Frostborn.
hi, Dr.
Frosty.
Thawhorn.
Frosty.
Frosty, the
He
snowman.
he leads you down the hallways of the hospital, and it's still medieval-ish times, so it's more like Victorian era bricks and mortar, but cramped. It feels like an asylum almost, and there's a couple of blood stains on the floor in places. It seems very overworked, but he leads you up one flight of stairs and then to a small room with essentially a wooden slab with a small pillow on it, both of which are bloodstained. And his place your friend here.
Okay.
Pulls on some gloves, casts prestidigitation on himself, cleans himself. Prestidigitation. I've said it so many times. I have it on.
I could
I have-
probably say it properly, but it's fun to say it wrong.
Yeah. Prestige digitation. And he kind of turns Wobbles over. Oh no, it seems it has already gone further into the brain. So I will need both of you on standby.
Ooh.
I love this man's voice, but yes.
Thank you. He pulls out a couple of tools that you've never seen before, and he's gonna make a medicine check to try and withdraw this.
Doctor!
Doctor.
Jawohl! I require assistance! Yeah!
Hamna Habibi, Hamoon, Hamna Habibi.
An orderly silently brings in a tiny brain in a jar, with seeming request from him. And he gets a pair of pliers and pulls it out. Grey matter. To help draw the creature from your friend. He waves his hand on one side and flicks a couple of switches, and you can feel the bed start to radiate heat. And then he holds the brain at one of the gashes you've already made. I thank you for your attempt to make a gash to help, but you could have killed your friends by doing.
Yeah, they were
We
fully
know.
aware of that, funnily enough.
We know.
No, that would
And
never
he's
happen.
gonna make a medicine check.
Trust
Ooh,
me, we
that's
know.
pretty high.
Doc,
Wow.
it's funny that you should mention how that could
You
have killed
you see this much bigger bulge. This time it's like the size of your palm outstretched, raise up in Wobbles' head and like shift his skin and hair around as it goes over to the back of his neck. And then the wound slowly splits open, bleeding pus and blood. Wobbles, you take another 8 necrotic damage as this happens. And
Laura still hasn't told me how much she healed me by when.
Oh yeah,
she did my
before that
hand.
was another 20 HP.
Okay, 20 HP.
the ooze of this, it starts making tiny faces and shifting around and bubbling as it's coming up, but it continues up, and then only you grab it now.
I'll get it.
Bjorn latches onto it with his hand. Pull.
All right.
Make a strength check.
Heave.
Let me check what my strength modifier is.
Heave
Uh-oh.
ho.
You know what? Right now I'm kind of thinking
That's
about
not-
making NPCs that actually just break the fourth wall on purpose.
19.
Yeah, look,
Total?
I like how
Better.
he's
Yes.
the one pulling us through the checks.
Unfortunately for you, it rolled a natural 20, so 22.
Uh-oh.
Can
Uh,
I assist?
Nat 20 parasite.
You're not there, Karen.
so,
Oh, I thought
as
you were all
he's
there.
pulling, you pull as hard as you can, but Wobbles' hand juts out and pulls your hand away, and the creature into Wobbles again.
Ah.
And then Wobbles' head raises from the death,
Uh-oh.
and his eyes are glossy white.
Oh, that's not good.
Wobbles, Patho, and Bjorn roll initiative.